Sean's dead, Jack's missing, and the gang just tore Braithwaite Manor apart looking for him. That's where we left off. Chapter 3 ended in blood and chaos. We lost one of our own, and Dutch's crew turned into a wrecking ball, crashing through enemy territory, desperate to get Jack back. Now the dirt roads and shootouts give way to something new, the bustling streets and smoky skyline of Saint Denis. Bigger city, bigger money, bigger trouble. And just beyond it, the Bayou, dark, swampy, and crawling with things that bite back. Chapter 4 is here, and it's about to change everything. So pull up a stool, grab a whiskey, and get comfortable. I'm Sam.
I'm Zaya.
And this is the Outlaw Haven. So we actually already recorded this episode, and we tried to do it as a live on Twitch, and we were gonna have us actually exploring Saint Denis, taking you with us to look at all the storefronts and see all the Easter eggs. Actually doing this all on Red Dead Online. We had a great time, but it sounded like shit.
Yeah, we tried to edit it, and it's my mic level just didn't exist.
You were whispering, and I was screaming into the mic. It sounded like I had the mic down my throat.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was so bad. So I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, we'll have to troubleshoot some stuff.
Yeah, so it's something that we would like to do again in the future, but
Yeah,
we're gonna have
definitely.
to figure out mics to be able to
Yeah,
do that again, unfortunately.
yeah, I think it would be fun either for episodes like this where we're exploring towns or whatever, but also kind of like we talked about on the live stream, doing it as Patreon exclusives, doing writing sessions.
Yeah.
And researching.
Yeah, or just playing.
Or yeah.
Just generally playing Red Dead Online, because we've literally been doing it for 2 years and we haven't gotten bored, so.
Yeah. Granted, a lot of it is just us standing there and doing nothing. But
It's just
fine.
me running circles around you.
Yep. Yeah, it
Still.
really is. But yeah, and I mean, of course, we took last week off because we finally
got
met
to
in
hang out in
person
person.
again.
We tried to record an episode in person, and that didn't work out either, so Rockstar just really has a problem with this podcast, apparently.
Yeah, we're recording, and then
as soon as we started talking about GTA 6, everything just took a shit.
Yep, started talking about GTA 6. Literally, a storm started coming in. My computer died.
I
was going off my laptop, but my laptop died, came back on, everything was fine, and it started charging again, and then it died again 2 minutes later, and then the footage
lost
got
everything.
Deleted.
So mad.
So pissed, because we were almost done with the episode too.
Honestly, we should have stopped recording when it came back on and things were good. We should have just stopped right there,
right?
saved it, and then kept going.
Yeah.
But it's alright. We'll get a redo of that episode.
Yeah.
Sucks, because that was a good episode, too. We were having a great time.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's alright, we can do it again. That one at least will be fun to redo. The ones where it's
just
like when we were doing the introduction to the entire gang, and we lost that entire episode. That one sucked to redo.
Yeah, that sucked, because that was a really good episode where we actually had...
We had so much fun recording that one the first time.
Yeah. That second time, we're just like, okay, whatever.
Right.
But it's we actually have good topics to talk about when, it's scripted versus, not scripted. It's definitely a difference.
Right.
I mean, and some of the scripted ones are fun, but...
Yeah. Like this one, today's episode, I'm like... These ones are, I guess, the intros to the different areas before we start a new chapters. I think those are fun. It's the chapter breakdowns themselves that we struggle with. But when we did our poll on Instagram, seeing which episodes everyone wanted, what episodes listeners wanted from us, it was highly voted the chapter breakdowns, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Glad you guys like that. I'm surprised.
Right. I mean, they're fun to record for sure, and
we just sound so every time we try to record those, and I think it's just because we've played the game so many times that we can literally like repeat all the dialogue
Yeah.
from every stupid mission that's
Yeah,
not stupid.
it's intense.
So it's like we have already like experienced this so many times that we're just like, and then this happened, and then this happened.
And oh wow, another shootout.
Oh wow, another shootout. All right. Well, let's get right into it. Anyway.
Yeah, we've been blabbing enough.
Yep, that's enough blabbing. We had shit, do we have announcements for this one?
um
We have merch if you didn't know. If you
yeah,
haven't checked it out yet, go check out
we got some
the
dope merch.
the Mitch from the Mitch the
The
merch
Mitch.
from Jim Santangeli. Our Jim Santangeli Simon Pearson merch is definitely my new favorite.
Yes.
He did the artwork himself for it. If you haven't listened to that episode yet, please go do it.
It's a really good episode.
If you're gonna listen to any episode of ours, let it be Jim Santangeli's or
Hmm.
Tori Olson's. Those two are
Yes.
great.
Taurus was really good too.
Yeah. We've had a good time so far with this, considering we're only like 2 or 3 months in.
Yeah, we started
Started
well
in April.
April,
Yeah.
so just over 3 months.
Wow. This year is going by fast. Okay.
Mm.
Anyway, let's get into it. Welcome to Saint Denis. We started
Yes.
this episode. We were like on the bridge going into Saint Denis, like right where Dutch and Arthur ride into the city for the first time. And it was like perfect. But that's our scene. Imagine you're on the bridge into Saint Denis. It probably smells like ass.
I mean,
Let's be real. Saint Denis probably did not smell great.
no.
Did you see like the outside of it? Like when you're walking in on that bridge right outside the slaughterhouse, there's just like dead animals everywhere. You
Hmm.
know that slaughterhouse is stanky.
Oh yeah. It's like that whole just coming up there is stanky.
Okay, so we come in from that bridge and we turn to the right and there's another fucking Cornwall building
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah,
think
that's just
that's
it.
just the train yard, right?
Yeah, yes, I think so.
Okay.
Because
So
you're thrown. It's interesting because you're thrown in, like straight into like the industrial just district. So it's like boom, industrial buildings, and then like by like the stables and whatnot.
and then there's the tunnel in the train yard. If you can you get into the tunnel in story mode? Cuz I
Yeah,
feel like you can't. Oh.
I don't know if you can get in from the
I don't think you can get through the gate, but you can get it
gate,
into the
but you
tunnel
can
from the
get in through
water.
the water. Yeah.
But how what happens if you go like into the tunnel? If you can't go in through the gate, do you just like have to turn around? Is it closed or
Um,
something? All right, I
I
need to
don't
try
think
it again.
so.
Either way, so you go through the tunnel, and when we recorded this the first time, you told me about a cut mission.
Yes. In what was supposed to be in chapter 4 with and I might bring it up again when we get into chapter 4, but I'll bring it up here too. There was a cut mission with Hosea, Micah, and Abigail where you were supposed to go into Saint Denis to time the police officers for um the Saint Denis bank robbery at the end of chapter 4. So I think Hosea and Abigail ended up going one direction, and then you as Arthur and Micah end up going another direction and place dynamite on some of like the pillars down
Hmm.
down by the dock. And then when those explode, you use that tunnel as an escape route.
So is that why that mission was cut? Because they would have had to like destroy one of the docks or something?
I think so.
Kind of like how when they blow up the bridge in chapter 6, the bridge is gone for the
Hmm.
rest of that. Is it gone in epilogue too, or did they rebuild it? It's rebuilt, right?
rebuilt. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can see like uh crashed
The
train.
crash train. Oh my god, a
That you
train.
can get I think you can get a gold bar in there.
You can. Is it that train? I don't think it is. Is it?
I think there's
'Cause
something
there
in
is a
there.
crash train, but it's I don't think it's there. There's a
It might be. Oh,
trash train.
I try.
Crashed train. It's we'll probably talk about that in like our chapter 6 episode or wherever. But
Yeah.
um anyway, back to the cut dialogue or the cut scene. We That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I think there is like an actual like I mean speaking of cutscenes, there is an actual like cutscene um from the mission. I think there actually might be a few.
Is there a place where you can like watch cut scenes?
So
I
they're
want
all
to watch them.
still in the game files.
I want to watch 'em.
Um and a shit ton of people have uploaded them to YouTube.
Dude, I want to
So,
watch them.
but that's our that's our next movie night.
Yes.
Honestly, that would honestly be a really good idea though before we get into chapter 4 because there's a lot of cut content from chapter 4.
I feel like we should have had that in this episode, but that's fine. We could do cut content from chapter 4
Well,
of like after we finish chapter 4.
yeah.
That'd be
Well,
fun.
then too a lot of it is like little cutscenes from like certain missions. Like the Gilded Age has a cutscene. I think maybe two cutscenes.
Hmm.
Not 100%, but there's a few that are kind of like related to the missions or part of like missions themselves.
Yeah.
So it'll be easier if you like to mention them during those specific missions. But
Yeah. Anyway, then across from the train yard is the pond where we find what's his name? Marco Dragic.
yep.
There's a pond where we find Marco Dragic and you get to play with his toy boat.
A
The
toy
toy
boat.
boat.
But yeah,
And
and he's
that
like,
leads us to meeting his son, the robot.
yep. I don't think you can do.
I don't I don't can you do you meet him and do this
There's
in chapter 4, but you have to wait till chapter 6 to go up to his lab?
you can yeah you can meet him in chapter 4. I think you might be. Don't quote me on this. Um, but I think you can go up and meet him also in the lab in chapter 4 once, but then you
Mm,
have to wait until chapter 6 to get like the whole
the scene with the robot.
um yeah, scene with the robot
Mm,
and like running around like a madman.
right. Trying to think of which direction to go from there. If we keep going, we end up at we go north from there. We go up to Bronte's mansion.
Mhm.
And in online, you can get into Bronte's mansion if you back a bounty wagon up the front steps of the mansion, and then you climb up on top of the wagon and just shoot through a window,
Mhm.
climb on in. We did that in our episode where we were playing through it on Twitch, but it do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it really do. And lately it really has.
It really is. I'm tired, man.
But of course the fucking son of a bitch has it. I didn't realize this until like 2 months ago that if you look on like his wallpaper that's in
Mm.
like the stairwell and I think even downstairs,
I think
the
it's like most of the house.
yeah, I'm like I don't think it's not upstairs,
Mm-mm.
but it's in that stairwell nonetheless. But
Mm-hmm.
the fucking wallpaper has his goddamn initials. Like
He's so self-absorbed. Yeah,
ugh.
there's AB all over the fancy wallpaper in the
Mhm.
stairwell.
Yeah, AB
Bronte's
and then a
mansion.
fucking crown. Like, oh my god.
Bronte loves no one else more than Bronte.
No wonder him and Dutch got along so well.
Seriously. Um,
Jim was such a cool dude.
yeah, he is cool.
I guess since we're kind of, if we're going on like that side of town, um,
Oh yeah, talk about the Saint Denis sign on the north side of town.
ooh, yes.
The northwest side of town.
So when you enter town from the northwest, there's the like big welcome to Saint Denis sign. If you look at that sign, it's got the Saint Denis of Paris on it, and it's him holding his decapitated head.
Rest in peace, Kieran. We love you.
Yeah, who else walks into camp holding their decapitated head?
Rip,
Rip.
Kieran. I never noticed that until like
Neither did I.
recently.
Literally was just to bring up none other than the strange man again. Um, I was watching his YouTube video on like Saint Denis stuff just
Mm,
to make sure I had everything, and I seen that and I was like, "What? Give me that."
yep. God, the
um,
foreshadowing in this game is crazy.
yeah, and then going like basically right there is also the mayor's house, which after the mayor's party you can get a letter in the mail from him talking about like some opportunities that he could potentially have for Arthur.
And I've only
um
done those missions once.
yeah, I think I've done them twice. um
Can you go back and do those as John, or is it only Arthur in chapter 6 that you can do that?
you can do them as John,
Can
as
you
long
really?
as I think so.
Hmm.
I think you might have to do like the first mission first because it is like a set. So
Oh, right.
it's probably like um how like Hamish happens or Charlotte or something.
Yeah. I'll have to try and do that.
Um but yeah, it's a set of missions and we'll go into it during a proper side mission like episode. But you end up at the final mission you have to capture Jean Marc, who's his
Is it his butler?
butler thing. I don't know.
He's a servant, right?
I think
John Mark is
so.
a servant, I believe.
I want to say yeah, but yeah. Lemuel will, who's the mayor, he'll kind of be like, go take him, bring him back here, and once you bring him back, you can choose whether to kill him or let him go. And I think, I know there's a thing where if you let him live, well, no, I can't remember if you let him live or if you let him die. I want to say live. There's you get like a percent off. I think you get like 25% off of all shops in Saint Denis or something like that.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
I just remembered that.
Hmm.
um but if you kill Jean-Marc, you take him to the end of the dock and dump his body in the water. But then if you go fishing in like that same area, you can catch his arm either as Arthur or John, and both of them will kind
Weird.
of be like, the mayor wanted you dead.
Weird. I've
So
never
weird.
done that.
So weird.
I
It's
need
cool.
I need to go back and do that mission again.
Sam, I need to do it too.
I like always just overlook that one.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to the east on the map, there's the fundraiser, the woman who's raising money for like what is the building? They're rebuilding something for like wounded
Shit.
veterans or something, right?
Yeah. Some sort
They're
of like what would
they're
be a modern day Salvation Army, I think.
yeah. So they're raising money to build that building, and if you donate money as Arthur, she says like your name will be on a plaque. when the building is complete. But if you go back as John in the epilogue, you find that plaque on that building, you'll see the name Arthur Morgan on it. And John will actually say something like, "Oh, hello again, old friend. Arthur
Mhm.
Morgan," or something like that. So that's always cool.
Yeah,
Easily missed.
easily missed. Plus, I think it does get you like a pretty good chunk of honor if you do donate.
Hmm. I always like accidentally loot the lockbox after I donate because I'm just standing right there and the prompt is up. So I'll like donate and then immediately steal from her. And she's like,
I mean,
"What
it
are you
still
doing?"
gives you the name of the book.
Does it really?
I think so.
That's funny. Oops.
I don't
I
know.
always
I
do it by
think.
accident. I'm always like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to."
Oh God. Um,
What else is
I'm trying to
hidden in Saint Denis up there?
think.
I don't think
Like,
there's.
I mean, there's also like all of the street names
Which a lot of the buildings and street names in this game are like
references.
references to either like GTA or creators. I'm sure there's a list somewhere, right?
I'm looking up the street name. Yeah, most of them are pretty
I
normal.
know one is just like Main Street, but there are a lot of buildings with names on them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of details in this game. A lot of details in Saint Denis.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we kind of talked about it in the. This would be a good episode to go along with Tori's episode
Mm-hmm.
because we do talk about Saint Denis quite a lot.
Yeah, I would say listen to Tori's episode before you listen to this one, or I guess you could listen to it in either order. Honestly, we talked so much about Saint Denis in that episode that like I don't want to like repeat everything here because there was so much information about
Mm-hmm.
all the details of Saint Denis, like the shit, what was is it
There's the fire hydrants.
the fire hydrants, but
Um.
also what's the thing in the bars?
Oh, like the
Is it like a furnace or
fridge
something?
furnace thingy. The furnaces
Yeah,
are different. Um.
but they were like true to the time period and like the
Mhm.
one in the fancier saloon is
Yeah,
one
and
of the like
Bastille are
yeah,
is
there's
like
one that's like
fancier than
nicer in that one and
the other
the
ones.
the slums saloon was something else and
Mhm.
ah, I don't know, man. I don't remember that video.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm like, I wish it stuck
I
with me more.
I know it was a really cool video. I think it was on TikTok actually. So I don't
I
know
think
where to
we
find
did
it
post it
again, but
somewhere. I don't know,
I don't know, man.
but
There's gonna be
yeah.
so many pictures on our Instagram from this episode though, so
Mhm.
everything we're talking about, there's probably gonna be pictures of it on our Instagram when we post about it. When
Yeah,
this episode
and
goes live.
I'll probably try and put some clips in here when
Yep,
I'm editing.
right. Um, anyway, going through Saint Denis, there's also, um we didn't talk about, uh, Algernon Wasp in
Oh yes.
our previous recording when we did this live. Um, Algernon Wasp, you meet him during the mayor's party, but a lot of people probably overlooked going to actually visit him. If you probably didn't even meet him in the mayor's party unless you were going for gold.
Mhm.
You save him from choking at the mayor's party, and then he talks about his fancy hats, and you meet one of his customers who talks about her fancy hat from Algernon Wasp,
Mhm.
purveyor of the exotics. Um, that sounds weird. Uh, um, but if you actually go through and do all of those incredibly tedious missions for him, which
Gotta
is
get
required for
100%.
100% gold, or 100% when if you're trying to get 100% on the game, um, you have to do all of the Algernon Wasp missions. But if you do
That
them, you also
sucks.
get a fancy hat from him. But you get his
Mm.
gun too.
And you
I think
get
you get
his
his gun.
revolver, which is made of Tahitian pearls.
Fancy.
Fucking Tahiti.
Fucking Tahiti. Ooh. So yeah, it's worth it to do it like one time, but I've done it 3 times now, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I
That
think I've done it
sucks.
3 times now, and every time it just, like, sucks the soul out of me.
Cause it sucks because you have to get like
You have to
with
get so
the
many bird plumes and so many
yeah. Well,
orchids.
even then, that's not too bad because it's like, okay, if you get in chapter two, like you can do it with like the cigarette cards or the dinosaur bones or whatever. You
Mhm.
can get all of the items without having to like meet the person first. But with Algernon, you have to meet him first and you have to go set by set.
I don't.
I
I've
mean,
collected you might
you
have to
can
for the
to turn
orchids.
them in, you have to. Cuz I did it for my when I was doing my platinum run. I had like all of them done and it wouldn't let me turn them all in even though I had them all done until I went back and you have to go collect one more of like whatever orchid or plume or
Weird.
something.
I didn't do it all in advance like that. I did it, like I started collecting them beforehand, so at least I think I just did a few. I don't think I had the full set ready, but
Oh yeah, I
I
did.
might have had the full set ready for the first one, but
Yeah. I mean the
it's
first
just
one
so
obviously
much.
like you're fine with, but
Yeah,
um
it's just so much to
it's a
do that I
lot.
was just like, I'll try and if I see a heron, I'll
Mhm.
get his plume, but like I'm not going out of my way to do it.
No.
It's just such a pain, man. So
Um
that one's so tedious. And there's
it's
so
yeah.
many of those. I think you have to see him like 5 different
Five
times to go
times.
get more.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And it's so much. Um but yeah,
And
there's a
I
lot.
swear it knows when you're trying to look for a certain bird and it's just gone. They do
Yeah.
not spawn when you're looking for them. But um
There's him. Trying to think of like what
there's
else is
also
like
Charles
central.
Chardonnay.
Yes, Charles Chatternay and the you meet him in the slums bar.
Is that
Um
where you first meet him? I thought you
yeah.
meet him somewhere else first.
No, you meet him in the slums bar because he
Isn't
asks you to buy you a drink and then he hands you the photo.
I feel like he's hidden somewhere before that that you like might see him.
I don't
Or no,
think so.
there's something. Um
Because I know after that you can meet him
there's
like
there's someone that makes a reference to him before that.
oh yeah, there's
Uh
references for sure, but
I can't think of who it is that says it. Someone says like something about a French guy who
yeah,
painted his wife. Was it Marco Dragic that talks about it?
I don't think so.
It's someone else like in
Hmm,
another mission or something or in another like side
I
thing.
don't know. We'll have to go back and look for
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember. I know there's
Um
something where you see him or hear of him.
but yeah, there's like a whole thing with like Charles, but in one of his missions, if you go to like an art gallery that turns out into a giant fight, and it is honestly the best thing ever.
Yeah, that
I
mission is
fucking
really
love
fun.
that side mission so much.
Same, that one's one of the
But
best.
when you're walking upstairs, there's some photographs, and those photographs are actually Albert Mason's, or at least one of them is, and it's
Oh,
Arthur.
weird. I
If
didn't
you
know
did
that.
the
So you
Albert
have to do the
Mason,
Albert Mason missions first, and
yeah,
then
you
you
do
get
them
his
first, and
picture
then
in the
do
art
that,
gallery.
and then you can see those photos in the art gallery,
That's crazy. I
which
didn't
is
know that.
cool. That's, I mean, that's the main Easter egg in that mission, or that set of
Yeah.
missions. And then, of course, minus the
Um,
fact that he was also heading to Tahiti,
yep.
which
And
was
then
fucking great.
there's the vampire. So if
There's the
you find
vampire.
all of the lines, so there's 5 spots hidden around the map with writing on the walls. Get out of
Mm-hmm.
here, fence.
Mm-hmm.
The writings are I feed again the blood of life, the circle has begun. With one long kiss, I draw the life from her and await the outpost of advancing day. I drink from the maiden and I live again in the dead, the heart of the ring of blood. And then, oh, sweetest of napes, may your blood remain forever on my lips. 6 there will be before the lust is sated. And the last one is 5 bones under the perfect star, Nosferatu with Dominica will become mortal again.
Hmm. And then
And
in the journal, you'll
it'll
go
connect,
around, collect all of these entries, and then Arthur will
which
draw like all the locations from a top-down
which
view in the map, and it'll end up like being a pentagram.
yep.
And then if you go into the center of that, you can actually meet him. He'll charge
You
you. You can kill him.
you have to go to
Um,
that specific alley. Um,
what
it's,
town is it? Let me get
behind the
there.
big church. There's a little alleyway back there, and if you go there at, like, 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
that's when you
The
find
vampire
the
can only be
vampire.
encountered between 12 and 1 a.m.
Oh, there you go.
So,
So and then you can steal his ornate dagger,
yep.
and I saw a thing where if you, someone, like, lassoed the vampire and hogtied him and took him to the tiny church, and if you take him inside the tiny church, he, like, died,
Yeah. I'm like,
but I think that's not true. I think he just kinda goes really still. He just kinda stops acting. He's just kinda there.
yeah. Plus, I'm like, I know there's a certain like radius for like NPCs and shit for them to like, at least the special like NPCs, for them to like die or just
Mm,
stop working. um, and I think that's basically what that is.
and I think
Um,
that kind of takes us into, um, more of the Bayou stuff, starting with the tiny church.
well, we have a few more things in
Do we?
town. Yeah, because there's because we're kind of so in the middle of town. If you actually, this is a little bit of a cool Easter egg. It's a robbery. Atop of the gunsmith, there's a secret poker game that you can rob.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the
the like,
that's the gunsmith robbery, right?
yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was
Um,
surprised, but I am not surprised.
there's that. There's
There's the
Josiah's
fence with
family.
the oh, yeah, there's Josiah's family, which I found the location while we were on the live, but it's, across the street from the barber.
Mm-hmm.
You can in
Yeah,
chapter 6, I think you might be able to in chapter 4 too,
yeah. You can
go
find it in chapter
as
4
Arthur.
because as Arthur, um, you'll have like a little if you stand there you can have listen to a conversation between Josiah, his unnamed wife, and then his two sons, Tarquin and Cornelius.
Trelawney would name his sons Tarquin and Cornelius.
Yeah, it's like I can't say I'm surprised, but man.
Mhm.
um and if you end up finding that in chapter 4, if you go back to camp as Arthur to Shady Bell and talk to Josiah about it, um, he'll actually have like a bit of dialogue with it, which is kind of neat.
Oh, I need to do that again.
Um,
There's also the fence with
there's the fence with the
the
undead
undead
nightmare
nightmare
masks.
nests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, then of course there's like the theater shows and stuff. Um,
Mhm.
but that's a lot. Because I feel like
Yeah.
there's like secrets with kind of all of them. I know there's one that you can glitch. One is directly tied to a side mission, but there's another one where like things will go wrong and you can actually jump backstage, and that's how you end up getting like a secret card or something.
What? I didn't know that.
Um,
God, the amount that I learn about this game. Still.
right. But yeah, I think that's basically everything for Saint Denis.
Yeah. Sounds about right. I'm
Um,
sure there's more that we. Oh, there's also the guy that robs you if you're over by the gunsmith. In that alleyway right next to the gunsmith. If you go over there, there's a guy that'll be like, "Hey, come here. I have." He's like, "I have work for you" or something.
Huh.
"Hey, come here. I have something." You follow him into the alley, and he beats you up and steals your money.
Really? I've never had that happen. I've only been robbed walking into the tailor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that too. But, yeah, if you go into that alleyway just to the left of the gunsmith
Hmm.
in Saint Denis, there's a guy that'll, like, yell at you to come talk to him and tries to get you to go back in the alley, and I think there's other people in the alley waiting for you, and you get beat up and robbed.
Huh. Interesting.
Now onto the Bayou.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the tiny church that we talked about. Go inside, and it's tiny, and
And
you are a giant. You feel huge when you're in there.
yeah, you gotta
Uh,
actually
that's
crouch
also
to walk inside.
that's also one of the stops on if you're doing the treasure hunting. That's
Mm.
one of the treasure maps leads you to the tiny church.
Yeah. And it's a point of interest.
That too.
But
There's
yeah,
a lot of
there's
points of
that.
interest in the Bayou.
There
Um,
is, I guess, kind of nearby is Sunny.
just don't go to Sunny's shack.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Don't.
Arthur and John beg you not to go to Sunny's shack.
Bill
Anyway,
Bill will know though.
Bill knows all about Sunny's shack. What are the voodoo symbols?
So the voodoo symbols like go kind of by like lacay and stuff. Um, there's like some symbols on like trees and whatnot that kind of relate to like the night folk.
Hmm.
That's basically all it is,
There's also
from my
night folk
understanding. Yeah, night
they're
folk
stuck to the
are
trees and hanging
cool.
in the trees, and
Yeah, they fuck up their victims, man.
night folk are
Um,
scary.
and they are actually the only gang that has like a side mission tied to them. Um, once you encounter them, like at least once, you get a side mission that pops up
You have to like go kill them all for that guy on the in his
in his
little shack
house.
on the
Yeah.
water. Yeah. Which is also right next to the ghost of Agnes Dowd, which I
Mm.
am so excited to talk about because
Yes.
we were talking about Agnes Dowd before we started recording this. And if you go to it's like right at the bridge, um, just north of Lacay or Le Gras.
Yeah.
Um, Agnes Dowd can be seen there between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., usually during foggy weather. And she can be encountered 16 times and will disappear if the player comes too close to her. Which
Mm.
I have seen a video which it was most likely mods, but I saw a video where someone actually lassoed Agnes Dowd's ghost and you could loot her. But
Hmm.
I would bet that that was a mod. I don't know for sure.
Probably.
Most likely, because if you get like close to her at all, she disappears.
Yeah, because I'm like, I think her model is a little bit like her actual ped model is a little different on PC, but not
Mm.
much.
Yeah, so Agnes Dowd, if you listen to all of her lines of dialogue, you can learn that she was in love with a man that her parents did not approve of. And apparently, she would meet him by an old tree in Blue Water Marsh, which I never knew that. And I don't know what tree it is. If there's anything there, I think there is. I think there's something there. There's probably like initials on the tree or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's where they would meet up. And he actually impregnated Agnes Dowd. And she had a baby boy. And the man abandoned her for another woman. And her family did not approve of him, even though she was able to like get him back and he left that relationship. He came back to her and she had forgiven him, but she could not convince her mother and father that he was worthy of her. And her, I believe her dad shot him.
Yep. Her dad shot him, and then
And it is applied
um,
that Agnes had a mental breakdown and murdered her father in revenge, possibly her mother and her son, and others, before hanging
and her
herself from the
like
tree that she used to meet her lover at, hoping that
entire
he would find her
family,
there in death. And you can find her tombstone
and
in
her
the
entire
shady
families too, like
you,
in the back of Saint
Shady
Denis
Bell.
or Saint Denis, yeah,
Yeah,
back of Shady Bell.
you can find the graves at Shady Bell in the graveyard. in the back by the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so some of her lines, which I was not gonna write down all of them, but some of the lines that I wrote down are "Come back to me, come back to me, come home. I miss you so much. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting. I've always loved you. I always loved you. She never loved you. She never did. I love you, my darling. Ain't love the very grandest thing? Come back to me. He's going to come back to me. Honest, he will too. I just know he will, mother. I just know he will. Mother, you can be so unkind, so very unkind. It ain't like that. It ain't like that at all. Daddy, daddy, I forgave him. Why can't you? Daddy, daddy, no, put the gun down. So, yeah. uh, honestly, whoever voiced Agnes Sound, who is it? Who did the voice for
It doesn't. Caitlin Bouchage,
Caitlin?
I think. I don't fucking know how
Caitlin
to say it.
Bosch.
Bosch, I think.
Caitlin Bosch. She did a
She
fantastic
did do
job.
a really good job.
Highly underrated because wow, the emotion in those
Mm-hmm.
lines are wild.
Yeah,
Just so good.
the way that they're read is kind of fucking insane.
Mhm.
Um, I guess kind of by Ignis Down is the houseboat.
Mhm.
Um, and that's literally just a houseboat. But it does have a gramophone playing, and like nobody's inside.
It's kind of
Um,
creepy. Like
it's kind of creepy.
it's kind of eerie feeling when you're there and there's just music playing in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the houseboat is right across from the house where we find Black Belle.
Yes. Which we are going to talk about more next week.
Yes, I can't
Because we're
wait.
going to talk about Belle Star, who is of course Black Belle's influence. And it's so good. It's gonna be such fun. We haven't even
Mm.
recorded it, but it's gonna be a fun one
Right.
to record. um,
Uh,
Also just generally like around the swamp, you can find the soothsayer, who's basically like the swamp's version of Blind Man Cassidy, except I feel like what she says is a little bit more cryptic versus like Blind Man Cassidy is more just like the devs speaking, kind of like them breaking the fourth wall. Some of the lines are kind of cool. Like to Arthur, we killed him and what did we replace him with? With what? Absolutely nothing. What are you doing here, friend? You don't know. You don't know what you're doing here. That's the problem. It's a real problem. They will betray you in the end. Surely they shall betray them first.
Damn.
Yeah. It's only dying that we live, my friend, so you're lucky, for soon you shall be alive. And then for John, there's less lines. And the circle goes on and on and on, and what will end it, and what would we want to, and would we want to end it if we could? I feel like John's are more of a bigger reference to like Red Dead 1.
Mhm.
There's one where she's like, she'll return to you, my friend, return she shall, and that shall destroy you both, I fear. Which, of course, is her return, Abigail returning after her and Jack leaves at the end of the epilogue part 1. And then him going after Micah.
Where is she at?
She is she has spots kind of like all over the bayou and
Mm. Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
So she doesn't exactly have like
I didn't know she had like one specific spot. I
one
think I've only
super
encountered her
specific
like
location.
once or twice
I
ever.
know. I've like
I rarely find her, but I also don't like being in the swamps,
no. The swamp
to be
sucks.
fair, especially at night. It
Oh
creeps
my
me out.
god. Mm-hmm. Um
Also, there's the the giant snake in the trees.
yes, technically like these two technically aren't a part of the swamp because like the swamp border is the Kamasa River that goes down,
It's
but
borderline.
it's
It's we didn't talk about it
borderline.
when we talked about Scarlet Meadow, so we're talking about it now.
Yeah,
It's on the border. It's fine.
it's fine. But yeah, it's
So
the
yeah, the
giant
giant
snake.
snake, which you can only find in Storybook for some reason. I don't know why you can't see it
I
online,
know.
but
It's dumb.
it's a reference to the Jungle Book,
Mm-hmm.
and that's also right across from Pleasance, which in the stream, I found out what happened in Pleasance, which I never knew.
Hmm. Yeah, so Pleasance is in when we find it. It's a ghost town, and it was founded in August of 1883. It was abandoned a month later in September after a brutal massacre that claimed everyone who lived there. There's like very few buildings. There's a barn in the back that just has stay out plague written on it.
It kind of looks like a reference to The Walking Dead with
It
the
is.
keep out uh dead inside or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep dead whatever.
um but yeah, there's the stay out plague, and then on some other buildings there's unclean sinners and ill with sin
Hmm.
written on them, kind of by Shady Belle. There's a man with a withered arm that you can just find face down in the mud.
There's also the boat in the tree. Is that like right by that? Or
I think it's roughly by that. Yeah. It's no, that's a little bit more south, but that's
oh
like right on the crossroads by Old Harry's Fen and like
yeah.
Jackson's. Holy crap.
There's also the house where there's the woman getting robbed or whatever, and her husband's out trying to get help. When you're out on the road, like just outside of Shady
Oh,
Belle.
yeah, that one. I was
Yep.
like, wait, what? But
He just like leaves his wife with two robbers. I'm gonna go find help, sweetie.
yep.
Good luck.
Yep, in the swamp, surrounded by gators. And like
And like
only
Arthur
water.
rides by and he's like, "Help! There's robbers in my house. They got my wife." And then Arthur's like, "Okay, where is it?" And then he tells him where to go. And Arthur's like, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And he's like, "I'm gonna go find help." It's like, what am I?
Right?
I hate, I hate
Yeah,
that
that's
whole
kind of by the
mission.
withered arm dude.
But you get money out of it,
But
so
yeah, you get money. But it's interesting because in chapter 3, Archibald um talks about his uncle Reginald having one tiny hand.
oh shit!
So
I forgot about that.
we
I didn't know you could
don't
actually find it.
we don't know 100% if it is Reginald or not. It's never like
It's Deadpool.
specifically like stated because it's like in the file in the game files the ped model is labeled as Swamp Freak. So
Wow, rude.
I know, right?
It's Deadpool. I mean, we didn't really talk about Strange Man's shack, but I
Oh
mean,
no, we completely forgot about that. Jesus
we've talked
Christ.
about it before. But of course, like in our playthrough that we were doing when we streamed it, we actually went to the Strange Man's shack and we found all of the writing and we were reading about all that. There's like newspapers all over it
Mm-hmm.
to read. There's a lot to read in the Strange Man's shack.
Yeah. Because yeah, if you go in there, underneath there's like two dead gators, and then you can go inside. It fucking lighting is dope as hell. But in story mode,
So
you can go in. There's multiple stages kind of to it, but you can go in there. There's a painting of what will eventually be the Strange Man in there that'll like progress as time goes on and whatnot.
there's a lot of really cool paintings in there too.
The
I would
paintings
love to.
change depending on your honor level.
Oh shit! I want to
Um,
go. I want to like repaint one of them. I want to paint a copy
Dude, that would be
of
dope.
it and hang it on my wall.
Um, Same with I think some of the writings change depending on your honor level as well. And
So
like the
cool.
choices you make. So like,
So what you're
for
saying is like go back to the Strange Man's shack multiple times in your
yes,
playthrough,
yeah,
and there will always be something different,
yep.
essentially.
So you can go there. It like I mean the main focal point is the painting.
Hmm.
Like I said, it'll progress, but then
And there's a mirror.
once you get the painting completed, look in that mirror and look who's behind you.
Dude,
Because the strange man will, in fact, be behind you standing there.
I
But
need to
if you
do.
turn around to go look at him, he won't be there. But if you turn back, I think he's still there if you turn back. And then there's some writing on like the tables that change. One's about Jimmy Brooks, which I think we talked about in our chapter 2 episode. Um, and then There's another one that's talking about Herbert Moon
Mm.
and like him being offered happiness or two generations. You made your choice, and that's talking about like,
Oh, I didn't know that was about Herbert Moon.
oh yeah,
Fuck Herbert Moon.
fuck Herbert Moon. Because if you go into Armadillo like as John, you can find a photo like behind where Herbert Moon is. You can find just a little framed photo of the strange man behind him, and John will be like, "Who's that?"
I
And
never knew that.
yeah,
Never knew that.
um, Herbert would be like, "I don't know. I just seen a picture of him and was drawn to him. I never quite knew why." But then, if you kill Herbert Moon like he deserves,
Yep.
you can loot a letter off of his body from his daughter, Herberta. Fucking narcissistic piece of shit. Fucking naming his daughter after himself.
God.
Um, but anyway, that letter talks about how she married a Jew, and Herbert Moon does not like Jews because he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
But that kind of references the whole like I give you two generations
Hmm.
thing, because of course it talks about how, oh, Herberta had a kid, had a daughter. Um, and then he's also the only one in Armadillo that doesn't get affected by cholera, which is interesting.
Why?
Exactly. He made a deal with the strange man. There's a few other, like in and around like Armadillo and New Austin, where you can find some campers that are talking about like Herbert Moon and like him making a deal with like the devil. Um, and of course, that's a whole other thing too. Is like, is the strange man the devil? Is he God? Whatnot. It's like,
Is he Trelawney?
is he? Oh God, I hate that.
I
I hate that so much.
can't wait to redo our theories episode.
Yeah, that's I'm so fucking excited.
Yes. Yeah, I think
So
that's about it. I mean, obviously, there's like the legendary fish and shit like that.
yeah, legendary
But
fish on the train tracks. There's the legendary bull gator that you can let eat Dutch.
really?
Did we
Oh
talk
yeah,
about?
yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
I
about
was
that.
gonna say we talked about this. You still haven't gone
Um,
back and played
no, I haven't.
that.
Um, there's the legendary catfish,
Yeah, there's the legendary catfish.
the channel catfish, and the bull catfish.
There's, well, one is
What was
off the
that?
coast of Sisika. One of the catfishes is.
That's the channel catfish.
Um, and then there's, I think, another catfish, long nose agar, and
Well,
sturgeon.
the legendary catfish, the other one, it's the one that he goes to hunt down in New Austin at the very end
Mm-hmm.
that pulls him into the
Yeah,
water. And I've seen like people have caught it, but
mods.
like I yeah, that's mods. That's
Yeah,
I
because
tried.
the
I tried
model
for
models in
so
game.
long. I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to catch
Oh
that
no.
stupid legendary catfish. I was like, I'm gonna do it. It's
Same.
there. I know it.
Oh, there's a legendary boar around um somewhere.
Mm, yeah.
It kind of sucks that there's not more like legendary animals around that area. Um, there's the legendary panther, but you have to get to Master Hunter rank 10 for it before you can actually go and hunt it. It
Yeah.
does have a
And
dope um like fur.
yeah,
You get a really cool cloak.
and the eye. And obviously there's also you could go back, which it's part of 100% completion, but you can find Hosea, Lenny, and Kieran's graves.
Mm-hmm. Jose and Lenny are of course buried together.
Rip.
Um And then Kieran is buried right outside of Shady Bell.
He's like right between Shady Bell and Braithwaite Manor, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like right to right in that little clearing. Like if you're coming up to the house from like on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's everything
I
for
think
this
so.
episode. Okay,
All right.
well, check out our merch. Check out our Patreon if you want or
Yeah.
don't. It's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life,
No.
but our merch is really cool, and we would appreciate it if you
Yes.
did. If you're gonna check out any of the merch, check out Jim Santangeli's.
Yeah, that
His,
is.
his drawing of Pearson on the pony holding the flowers is awesome.
Yeah, I think between that and then um our Jesse James
Oh yeah, the Jesse James drawing that I did.
posters, like between my favorites. I'm curious on what we're gonna come up with for Bellstar.
Ooh, I'm
That
so
film.
excited to draw something for that. I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait for that episode.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what bits are gonna come out of it.
Right? Dude, I can't wait. I'm excited for that one. Okay.
Alright.
That's all I got for announcements. Check
Yeah.
out our Instagram for pictures from today's episode.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Alright. Podcast
Roll the
out.
outro. That's it for us today, Outlaws. Thank you so much for spending time with us here at the Outlaw Haven. It really means a lot to us. We upload every Thursday at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, so if you like what you heard, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you're listening so you don't miss what's coming next. Also, please take a moment to leave us 5 stars because it's the best way to support what we do. I'm Sam.
I'm Zaya.
And this is the Outlaw Haven.
This world has a lot of ugly in it, but it sure as hell has a lot of beauty. You eat babies.